Hello guys, welcome back for the 11th race here in this Project Cars Formula A career. Coming off a win there at Imola, we are looking to build on our momentum here at Spa. This is a track that I know very well and have really come to like over the past couple of years here. And all we need right now is 10 minutes of clean air, really. Just need to get all of the AI cars out of the way here so we can hopefully put in a fast lap. And also, if it would just, stay dry for the next 10 minutes, I'd definitely appreciate that too. Jumping straight ahead to the business at hand here, coming through turn 15. As you can see in our fuel light there, we might have been a little bit too stingy when we fueled up the car here for the qualifying session. As it turns out, we're only going to be putting in 2 laps here, and the first lap was definitely nothing to write home about here, so we're going to be going all out here on the second lap here to put in as good a time as we possibly can, because this is all we're going to be getting out of this qualifying session here. This track is so long, so I just figured, 18 liters, that's got to be enough for a good 3 or 4 laps here. Not so. We got 2 laps, and that's about all we're getting out of the car on this track. $149.035, that is an improvement of our previous time of over a second and a half, and that is good enough for provisional pole here. I'm not really sure about my setup on this track here. I feel like I have a lot of understeer, and I kind of fear what's going to happen once the car is completely fueled up with about 200 liters worth of fuel, because that is what we're going to be needing here at Spa. Anyway, we managed to squeeze in another pole position there right ahead of Sasha Schutz and Florian Maslett, as we are going to be starting first on the grid for tomorrow's race. So here we are, guys, waiting for the green light here. Sasha Schutz immediately behind us there. We absolutely need a perfect start here to get into a Rouge first. That is going to be imperative as we come out on Kemmel Straight immediately after. We get a very nice start. There was a bit of a pile up there behind. We had a green flag situation, meaning that it must have been a yellow flag. Coming through a Rouge here, Florian Maslett almost being squeezed off track there by Sasha Schutz, who remains in P2 as we head down Kemmel Straight. Somebody running into the grass there, not really sure who that was, as we are opening up a slight gap here heading into turn 7. And I'm not sure if you noticed in the mirrors there's a load of debris in the air. Somebody must have had an accident here, and let's have a look at the replay, see what happened there. And by the looks of it here, it appears that Brian Herring gets a bit of a notch there from his teammate Marcus Larson, just goes right off track into the tire barrier, and I don't think he's going to be finishing this race here. Getting back to the action here, coming out of Brussels, we still have Sasha Schutz right behind us there, running a little wide here in the left-hander. Have to take a bit of a defensive line here as we come down into turn 12, cutting off Sasha Schutz there. And as always in Project Cars, leaving the inside line open there is close to suicide, because not only will the AI pounce on that line, they don't really care whether or not there's room for it either. And coming into turn 13 here, look at Florian Maslett. They're trying to cut the corner, going down the inside of Sasha Schutz, completely misses the line, off track into the tire barrier, and he is out of the race. And loads of drama here already on lap 1. I did not anticipate this. Usually these long straights and sweeping corners make for less pileups here on the first couple of laps where everything is really close. But we already have 2 cars out of the race here, and I don't think it's going to be the last of them as we run a little wide here and get a warning to boot there, but thankfully no penalty for that. And heading into the chicane here, turns 19 and 20. As you can see, the AI are fighting it out for positions right behind us there. Jeffrey Belk bumping into Sasha Schutz there in turn 20. And like I said, I'd be surprised that the 2 accidents we already saw would be the only ones here today. Anyway, lap 1 status, loads of drama here on the opening lap as we remain in P1. Jumping ahead to the end of lap 2 there, Duncan O'Halloran having overtaken Sasha Schutz. Both cars putting us under pressure here as we head into turn 19. We try and close off Sasha Schutz there, get bumped by Duncan O'Halloran, almost get put off track there. Sasha Schutz taking full advantage of that. Duncan O'Halloran running very wide indeed there. We managed to power by him here as we come out on the finishing straight here. As we head into turn 1, we run a little wide in the turn there. Duncan O'Halloran going down the inside of his Christian Borgens, I believe it was way off track there as well, as we are way down into P3 on lap 2 now. And coming out on Kimmel Straight here, hopefully we're going to be able to mount an attack again on Duncan O'Halloran here, but by the looks of it, he really has that car going, and even though we're tucked in a slipstream and using curves and everything we have in the arsenal, we're unable to launch an attack here as we head into turn 7, need to back off for a while here. And heading into Brussels here, again fighting the understeer, we have Jeffrey Belk closing the gap on us quite dramatically here, moving down the inside of us here into turn 11, getting a much better exit and is able to power by us here down the inside, heading into turn 12 as we are down into P4 now. Jumping to the end of lap 3 here, Jeffrey Belk opening up quite a gap on us already here as we come into turn 1 one more time. Again heading wide, Andy Smith making the most of that opportunity, moving down the inside of us there as we are now into P5, being chased down by Christian Borgens. And coming through A Rouge here, we try and stay as close as we can to Andy Smith. Do not want to give him as big a gap as we did with Jeffrey Belk there on the last lap. As we're tucked in a slipstream here, using curves, everything we have in the arsenal here, moving down the inside, making the move stick into turn 7, and we are back into P4. Once again here, heading into turn 10, Brussels. This is turning out to be a little bit of an Achilles heel on this track, at least with a heavily fueled car. As we're coming through turn 11 here, have to take a defensive line to keep Andy Smith behind us as he is right on our exhaust here, heading into turn 12. And boy, is the AI putting up a fight here in the race so far. Jeffrey Belk way down the road already. We do not have the pace to keep up with him as we are having to use every trick in the book here just to keep Andy Smith behind us at this point. And heading into turn 19 here, again, it appears to be a place where the AI is not afraid of taking chances there. Andy Smith moving down the inside of us there. Christian Borgens doing the same thing. Bit of contact there. No damage, thankfully, as we are way down in P9 already, as Tim Allen also makes the most of an opportunity there. And 2 more cars have retired as we just advanced to P7 there. Somebody must have crashed in front of us. Drama everywhere on lap 4 here. We are in complete damage control as we are currently unable to match the competition. And again, coming down Kimmel Straight here, we've made this move before, tucked in the slipstream. We're going to be doing it again here, heading into turn 7 as we are back into P6 here, at least momentarily, because look at Tim Allen. They're very aggressive driving here, heading into turn 9 as we are back into P7. And wouldn't you know it, Alan F. also going down the inside of us here into Brussels turn 10 one more time as we are way back down into P8 now, still being put under heavy pressure by Alan F.'s teammate there, Peter Monroe. Coming through turn 11 there, we get a bit of a bad exit there. Peter Monroe moving down the inside of us there into turn 12. There's nothing we can do about that. Taking a wide line there to avoid contact as we are way back down into P9. What the hell's going on here? And now Daniel Chernosky putting us under pressure from behind here too as we head into turn 15 here. Running a little wide here, having to downshift into second, almost running off track there. There's no doubt we're a little shaken up right now. Skipping right ahead to lap 11 here, finally having opened up a nice gap to the P10 car. Anthony Lowe is about 10 seconds down the road from us right now, and we are catching up to Peter Monroe and his teammate there, Alan F. And there's a tire line right there in the middle of Brussels, and we have cars retiring left and right. There's debris everywhere on the track pretty much, and I'm not really sure how many cars are out of the race, but I would guess at least 5. Jumping ahead to lap 14 here, Peter Monroe having overtaken his teammate Alan F, who is right ahead of us right now. I'm not sure if Alan F has any sort of damage here, but he's running very slowly at this point. We have no trouble matching him and passing him here heading into turn 7 as we are back into P7 right now. Jumping ahead to lap 15 here, having closed the gap completely on Christian Borgens. Peter Monroe has been in to make his first pit stop here as we have advanced the spot. And coming out of turn 9 here, see if we can't put a move on Christian Borgens heading into Brussels here. We managed to get the inside line there, but don't get the best exit here. Bit of a notch there from Christian. Very aggressive driving, I have to say there. We return the favor coming out of turn 11 there, but we remain in P7 for the time being. And if we can just remain close here, coming through turns 13, 14, and 15, we should be able to put a move on Christian Borgens here on the back straight. Coming through turn 16 here, opening the DRS, we go down the inside of Christian Borgens here as we are into P6, trying to chase down Tim Allen. And once again here, heading into turn 19, we try and take away the defensive line here, but Christian Borgens being very aggressive, moving down the inside of us there, over the curb, little bit of contact as we are back into P7. And heading into turn 1 here, Christian Borgens very early on the brakes. We see if we can't make a move down the inside, but both cars come to a standstill as there's contact. We try and get out of the way there as quickly as we can, but in doing so, we get right into the path of Peter Monroe coming from behind, ends up torpedoing us from the side there as we have suffered extensive damage to our handling here and have no choice but to crawl back to the pits here. And on the very next lap here, we're coming in to fix our damage and get a fresh set of tires there. And as you can see, we're not the only car to come in on this lap here, which is to be expected. We are currently sitting in P11. I don't think we lost more than maybe 5 or 6 seconds on that lap that we had to do with the damaged handling there. So it'll be interesting to see just how we are going to be rejoining the track here. And lots of cars having retired already if you look to the right there. Anyway, rejoining the track here in P12, just getting passed by Kenneth Murray there, but we are by no means out of the points in this race yet. Jumping ahead to lap 22 here, having closed the gap on Kenneth Murray, and I believe it is Javier Lopez who is directly ahead of him here. We're into P10 here as we have further cars retiring from the race. I don't know if you noticed, there was a tire right in the middle of the track there a couple of turns ago. Kenneth Murray having a look down the inside of Javier Lopez there, but he has to back out of it and in turn losing speed, meaning we can easily go around the outside of him as we are into P9.
He's feeling the pressure.
Lap 23 here coming out on Kemmel Straight here. We go down the inside of Javier Lopez as he is in no position to match us on this straight. He's completely disappearing in the mirrors there. Not sure what's up with that. Jumping right ahead to lap 24 here as we've caught up to Tim Allen as we come down the back straight here. I'm really not sure what's up with the AI cars at this point, as some of them really seem to be lacking in straight line speed. Whatever the cost, we go down the inside of Tim Allen there as we are in P7 now, well into the points. Jumping ahead to lap 28 here, running out of laps to make a difference as we are catching up on Alan F. and his teammate Peter Monroe here. We absolutely need to catch these guys within the next lap or so, because I don't think we're going to be having the chance to pass them other than on the straight here and maybe on the back straight on the final lap. Coming out of turn 9 here, we appear to have grip that Alan F. is currently unable to match here. We're going to have a look down the inside here, heading into turn 10. See if we can't make that stick there, but we get a bit of a Christian Borgens notch there, so to speak, as we remain in P7 here. And once again, it appears that we're going to have to stay patient here through turns 13, 14, and 15. And hopefully we're going to be able to make a move as we come out of turn 16 if we get a good exit here. And again, coming out of turn 16 here, opening the DRS, going down the inside, see if we can't make it stick here on the back straight. We are into P6, having to chase down Peter Monroe for P5. Jumping ahead to lap 29 here, coming down the Kemmel straight here, moving down the inside of Peter Monroe. We make the move stick heading into turn 7 as we set the best sector time here for the race. And skipping ahead to lap 30 here, coming through the final turn of the race, out on the home straight. We are going to be finishing in P5 here today, and all things considered, I have to say I'm really happy with that. What a race, what a drama all the way through. So anyway, Sasha Schutz taking the win here today. Duncan O'Halloran finishing in second. Jeffrey Belk is rounding off the podium there in third. So looking at the top 10 there, it appears that Christian Borgens must have been one of the cars that crashed out of the race there after our pit stop, where we made up a few positions there, not having to overtake anybody. So difficult to say who the other guy was. I'm not really sure. I think we lost 2 cars after that pit stop. So looking at the championship standings, we are still leading that category, 165 points. Sasha Schutz now in second, 88 points. Christian Borgens is in third with 75 points, having not scored any today. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching here today. If you enjoyed this, please don't forget to leave a like or subscribe to this channel for more Project Cars action in the future. And I'll be back soon enough. Bye-bye.